Hello. Today we're going to be configuring Python with RStudio. Luckily, RStudio has actually come out with a support document in order to do this. Now, I have followed this step by step, so I know that it does work. There is a couple modifications that we'll speak over while we're doing this, but it's very simple. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, step one, it does say install a base version of Python. We did that in the first section, so make sure that if you have not done that, that you go ahead and stop this video and go ahead and start that now. Now, secondly, we're going to go ahead and open up our program. Now, for here, I just made a test integrating Python, but this is something that you'll need to do each and every time that you use Python for a for an RStudio or Markdown. Now, first thing that we're going to need to do is go to the terminal at the bottom. You'll notice that this looks a lot like your command prompt from the first part that we did when we did the hello world. First thing that we're going to do is a pip install virtual environment. Now, I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again, but you'll go ahead and just do the pip install and run this command right here. Second thing we'll do is we're going to change our directory. Now, you'll notice that I'm already in my working directory here, but if you're not, you can do cd and then type in the folder that you're at. And if you need to go back, you can do cd dot dot in order to go back a folder. So do that, or cd integrating Python is what I have it for to get back into that folder. Now we'll do virtual environment Python. Now this right here is going to create your Python environment within your working directory. You'll notice that I already have it right here. So you'll have your library, script, and then two file folders right here. You need to make sure that's there, each and every single time, because that is your virtual environment that it's setting up. Now, what we need to do next is activate the virtual environment. So right now, I've noticed that the step 3, the Python bin activate that it has there, this is where like the first mistake in the document is. Now, I'm sure that there is a way to do it, how the document's saying, but for simplicity's sake, what we're going to do is just use our CD that I taught you a second ago. We're going to CD into Python, CD into, it says bin right there, but we're actually going to say scripts, because that is where the activate is located in our virtual environment. And then we're just going to type activate. Now, you'll notice that Python's been activated whenever you have the parentheses for your path here. If it doesn't activate here, you probably did one of the first steps wrong, so make sure to retrace those steps right there. Next, I'm just going to go back to my working directory folder, because that's where I like to stay, which is the integrating Python for me, but this will be the working directory for your R Markdown, wherever that's at. Now what we're going to do is pip install. I haven't actually done this yet. It does take a little bit to do, but we'll go ahead and do a pip install. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to, the one that we did specifically now, it's going to install NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. I think for the first lab that we're doing, the penguins, you may have to install a couple of other packages, but we'll do that in the lab. Next, we're actually done with our terminal, so make sure that the Python is still active, and go to our console, and then we're going to do install packages reticulate. and this is going to make sure that everything is integrated together. So we'll go ahead and run this. Now, it does say that there is I believe it's a restart right here that's needed. So if I guess for the first time you do it, so make sure you go back to your terminal and make sure that your Python is still active. And if it's not, just do the CD back into the scripts folder and press activate. You can also deactivate the environment from there. Just make sure that you do that whenever you save and exit, just to make sure that nothing else gets installed there when you don't mean to. So now we're going to go back to our console. And we're going to do in our load packages the library reticulate. So go ahead and take that and put it in your load packages. You'll have to do this again with whatever R markdown that you're doing where you want to use Python. So now you're going to go ahead and run this. Perfect. So next what we're going to do is the continuing to step 5, we're going to do this command right here. And then we're going to do the reticulate pyconfig, and we'll do that here. Now, here we'll notice that there was bin again. So we'll go back up there, and then we'll change this from bin to scripts. And then we will run this again. And then we'll run the reticulate again. Okay, let me see. So this is actually good that we got this error right here, because it'll give us a second to figure out why we're getting it. Let me see. I think I have a little cheat code right here. Let me see. So this will actually install Miniconda, I believe. Let me see. Okay, so let me go into my integrating Python. Python scripts. Our Python is right here. Okay. So Python. Okay. Install packages. I may need to restart. Save selected. And integrating Python. Okay, let me go ahead and reactivate my Python. Integrating Python, cd, Python, cd, scripts, and activate. And then let me run my reticulate pyconfig one more time. There we go. Okay, so that was actually the error right there. So after we run the install packages reticulate, you need to make sure that you restart R. Otherwise, you are going to get that error. But you'll notice that again above it did say Python bin Python. Make sure that you do change that to Python scripts Python, and that's this one right here. So we'll change this bin again to scripts. Now you'll notice no matter what base version of Python that you used, that whenever you do the reticulate and you go through this, it is going to activate in the default version, which is 3.6.13. That's perfectly fine. Now, there is ways to upgrade that, but for this course, it's not really necessary to do so. You can use a 3.6.13 or any other version that you see fit. Just because new updates come out pretty frequently for Python. A lot of companies use different versions of Python just depending on what everything their Python documents are written with. So just do what's comfortable for you, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.